Mama D. I guess double D's. That kind of came out wrong. Okay, wait. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to go back and we're going to grab the video I did, the live that I did with our live audience 2 days ago before all this information on Nancy Guthrie came out, before Chris McDonough had released the information. And we're going to see how close the reading was. Because I wanted to understand, I like to understand that we are on target. And it's so interesting because of that reading. This is the first card that came out in the reading. Wait till you see this. Now, what's been going on with the I'm sorry card, right? The I'm sorry letter that looks like it's got blood on it. And it says the unspoken apology, eternal regret. Now we've got a source that's close to the investigation in News Nation, or telling a source of News Nation saying that the second letter they got, that the little news organization got, not News Nation, a little local news organization in Tucson got the second ransom. Nobody else. In that letter, it was taken very serious. The FBI took it very serious, and Savannah too. And that it said, sorry, your mom passed away unintentionally. She's been laid to rest in nature. We still want money, okay? So that now has finally, after 140 some days, has finally come out. And that is our card that showed before we knew any of that, okay? So are you ready? Let's say hello to a few of our live audience. Hello to our beautiful replay crew. We're going to get started pretty quick here. And I was in purple and in pigtails, so you have to look at that again. Hi, G Angel. Love Mama Diesel 1111 channel. Wish to get back. Consider Cash App. Please hit the like and subscribe. The only thing I do is PayPal, hon, but it takes all forms of money because it's a business PayPal. So you don't even need PayPal to be able to donate. But thank you. I appreciate it. Reading in all caps. Oh, I managed. I do have dyslexia. Okay, just found it odd that the perp would say that in my opinion. Okay. Who says I'm sorry? What criminal says I'm sorry? I don't know. But let's go ahead and let's start off. Now, remember, this was done before we knew what was being said by Chris McDonough or anything about all this new info, okay? Here we go. All right. We're going to do something a little different today. I'm curious, what does Chris McDonough from the interview room know? Like, he did a short in the Nancy Guthrie case, and he went boots on the ground, and he got a scoop. And he told us to wait till Sunday night, which is 7 o'clock my time. If you're in the UK, that's 1 a.m. There's information he's going to share with us. And I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun if you can have fun in true crime. But I thought it'd be interesting to see what it is that the cards say that he's going to talk about. So with that being said, remember, I'm not a psychic. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I don't use spirit boxes. Jesus is my savior. I talk to God. I hope you do too. We do not need to go between. God is always with us. And that being said, I'm going to pull some cards. And are you ready? We've got a beautiful live audience. All right, you guys, let's say happy birthday to Dania. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right, amazing. All right, let's get started. Okay, watch this, you guys. Okay, my lovelies, are you ready? How's everybody doing? It's 1 a.m. in the UK, right, Nikki? Hi again, Tina. Hey,
oh, good, Gemma. We'll find out more probably.
Here. Hope everybody's doing good.
G Angel, Jesus is my savior too.
Okay, that did not shuffle really good. Hey, Miss Q. Aloha to you, lovely.
Let's see what the first...
see what it says. Texas woman, hello. We will get to questions, lovely, on the next live, and make sure and come in and ask it. Let me see what Chris McDonough is allegedly, according to the cards here. So it's communication. Do you see it? It could be communication. Now remember, I'm just guessing at this point, but I'm thinking about the I'm sorry, your mother went to God letter. Did you hear me? I'm sorry, your mother went to God letter. I told you. Can't even make it up. And there's no way I would have known any of that. There's no way I could program the cards. Now, we all know how spiritual energy works. Even there's light and there's dark, right? When you give permission, because God says you are a free will, the only way it could be touched by the bad side is if you were to give permission, and I've never done that. I only give permission to Jesus and God. I talk to God all the time, just like you, or at least I hope you do. And so there's no way that bad forces can infiltrate me. I'm just asking God direct questions. People that are so religious that they aren't listening to what the Bible says. It was even told by an angel to Lot to ask for the wool to be wet in the morning if the answer was yes, and dry if the answer was no. Okay? So you feel me? I'm just saying all of this. This is God telling us right here. Everything we're going to find out is going to be about, I'm sorry, your mama went to God. Okay? All right, let's continue. And it's also about the hidden truth. Here we go. It says the unspoken apology, eternal regret, and it's a letter, so it's definitely communication. He's been told something. He's been told information, which obviously, what's this one? Hidden truth. He's been told a hidden truth, something we don't know. Well, isn't that interesting? It says secret, a treasure, tip of the iceberg. So it's something that may
Okay, hold the frickin' phone.
It will.
Hold the frickin' phone.
It says hidden truth, and it says tip of the iceberg on the card. Those are the exact words that in the 15-minute video today, which my video was 3 days ago. Well, yeah, 3 days ago. And I'm talking directly about what Chris knows, what he found out, a hidden truth, tip of the iceberg. That's his exact words when he's sitting on the golf course today in his live. That's mind-blowing. I mean, it's so exact. Open up a new line of thinking. Like, this is wild. Now we need to factor this in because it is the tip of the iceberg. God is amazing. Meaning there could be a lot more communication or a lot more to it than he's even sharing. But there's something hidden here. Hey, Texas woman. How are you? Hi, Gail. So right there, I'm saying there's a lot more that he's going to be sharing. I'm letting you know within the first minute of the read that we're going to have information about the I'm sorry your mom went to God letter. We're going to have hidden truth. That's the tip of the iceberg. And I'm letting you know that there will be much more to come, that he's only showing a little bit right now. That's exactly what Chris is saying from the interview room. I'm only showing you the tip of the iceberg. I'm only telling you a little bit right now. And he said there'll be more and more and more to come out. Can't make it up. All right? Yep. Let's see what these are. What was I doing? Shuffling them backwards? Okay. We have change, transformation, newborn, evolution. So there's something that he's going to tell us is going to change the way we see things in the case. So he does have some big information. Obviously, we've got this, hidden truth, an apology. That is interesting. I'm sorry. It is definitely communications. And we have this, it's going to change things up. Let's slide these all the way up. Surrender, open, give up, release. Something's being released. That's probably this information. Missing you, miss. Okay, missing you. Letting go. Release. Isn't that what Savannah did on the Today Show? Is she finally, out of 143 days, broke down on the Today Show and let go and talked about her missing mom and how much she missed her mom and pled, surrendered to ask for public help? So it wasn't just what was going on with Chris. It was the information coming out about Nancy's case was all coming to a head. I happened to do the reading before we knew any of that. We only knew that Chris McDonough was going to release alive. That's quite interesting. Wait, and independent, free, lead, initiative, lead. It could be a new lead. And it was for me. That is interesting. Let's see if we move them all over just a little bit. If we can keep them all in camera view for you. Okay. I'm going to get into the true crime oracle deck here. I want to understand the I'm sorry a little better. Is it something about the I'm sorry letter from the perk and a hidden truth about that? Something that would change our view. It's definitely a hidden truth that's being revealed. Mind control. So we've got manipulation. There's manipulation. Manipulation of communication. And we have a hidden truth about a debt. What is this change in the case? What is this change that Chris McDonough will share with us? Something about a masculine energy. So we have a masculine energy, debt, mind control. Okay. Could that be his homeless talk? Masculine energy with debt. Mind control could be drugs. It could be groups they're in. It could be prison mentality, mind control. We also know that Splinter, the guy, Nanusi or whatever his name was, is working with people that are mentally ill. So when we see the debt card, you're going to see when I start pulling out the tarot that we get the orphanage card. That would be the exact card that you would get if you were looking for homeless energy, would be the orphanage, right? So this all's making perfect sense. And it's going to make more sense the more that we find out. Interesting. Okay, look at this. We have this release, right? Letting go of something. Ooh, Komodo says, the letting go makes me think of buried in nature. That too. Wow. Wow. I can see that too. We have very interesting. We have abuse and neglect cover up. These cards, there's 2 decks that we're using. And they're both available in my shop at 1111decks.com. I've got the Truth Oracle deck. And then the second row is the True Crime Oracle deck. And they're both available in my shop. This item number is 1170. I know it by heart because it's one of our best sellers. So make sure and check it out if you want these decks of cards. They are available. All right, let's keep going. We've got cover up. And we have elderly abuse and neglect cover up. I wonder if Nancy was working as a spokesperson for the medical part of the University of Arizona. Was she affiliated with Splinter herself directly? I'm just asking. And if so, did she uncover a cover up? and there be some abuse or neglect of the money, the funding. I said that really weird, didn't I? Like, forgive me, I'm weird sometimes. I'm a Gemini. I can do that.
That is concerning. The main reason that that's concerning is because that abuse and card, right, from the elderly association or whatever it was that to report abuse of
In
the
2
elderly
hours,
card
we get to see
that
more.
was on Nancy's door. We have cover up and missing you. It's like there's something elusive with this. Now we do have a lead, an independent lead to Chris McDonough. He has hit on something here. Alright, so what is this independent lead?
That's true, Susie.
He got the devil card, so something toxic.
Hold on. I'm just going to throw it out there. You've got this mentality of performing arts, they're doing and performing art at Splinter, whether they're building jewelry or they're painting pictures or they're physically doing acrobats and things. It's a performing art. Musical, too. Could that somehow behind the scenes, I'm just asking questions, tie into the music clubs as well? The ones that are, doing the Unholy Night with DJ Mojito, then it tracks to Tommaso. So does it all kind of nest egg back together? Like, a plastic Easter egg is one part and this is the other. You put it together and you get that little plastic egg. I don't know, but I find that interesting when we see the devil come up. Interesting indeed.
This lead is, there's something about this lead that...
Oh, welcome back.
Goes to well, this would be very toxic, cover-up of abuse and neglect. I'm unsure. We will find out, but that'll be interesting. I'm going to come back and watch this read after I listen to Chris McDonough. I hope you do the same. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I am sorry, mind control. So, manipulation about the letter. Manipulation. Now you could see this as maybe Chris is being manipulated with the...
What Chris said, Susan, was the interview room, and he did a video yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before. And he did a live, and you can tune in on the interview room.
Lead, or maybe he finds out that there's some manipulation.
Thank you for asking.
But mind control is manipulation. I'm sorry. Let me see what this is. I'm sorry. And we have somebody very close.
It would almost suggest that the letter was written to somebody close to Nancy. Correct. Thank you, Nikki. Can one of the mods get the interview room link and throw it in chat, please? I'd appreciate
her
that.
Small circle. This could be a close family friend. This could be a church member. This is somebody she trusted, Nancy trusted. There's something about communication. What is this hidden truth and the debt? And we have the Virgo energy.
Okay, listen.
So we have Mercury energy, which can be Gemini. And then we have Virgo. So this is definite communication. Mind control, I'm sorry letter, and Mercury is all about communication. Then we have the Virgo energy. Virgo's about healing, analytical, thinking, shining the light. All right, so he's about to shine the light on a hidden secret about a debt. There's going to be something about money. finances. So the Virgo is shining this light on this hidden truth.
I would be interested to find out if Chris McDonough is the Virgo that's shining the light. The Virgo card I'm saying is the Hermit, which is about the home. It's talking about debt. It's talking about the hidden truth. And Chris was talking about the homeless a lot too. And you're getting the Virgo and the debt, the home card and the debt. Could that be the homeless?
And I think it will be about money.
Homeless, right? Money. Soup kitchens. I'm not saying homeless did this, you guys.
Well, it could
No,
be about
but
money in the sense of a ransom too, because of this letter up here. All right, let's get into this masculine energy and this transformation. Perhaps this is a male that he is talking to. Perhaps it's about a man. So we have the lovers, a choice between two. A new transformation. A decision being made. Self-love or self-sacrifice. That's your choice with the lovers.
we may not have found this part out yet. That may be coming yet.
I am not sure on that.
I still
I'm
don't
just
know.
going to say that there is a decision. Somebody made a decision. They made a choice. Now, did they choose to come forward and talk to Chris McDonough? Maybe. But this is
Thank you, Nikki.
Could be also the knowledge of somebody making a distinct choice. Let's continue. Why is this giving up, this release, and this abuse and neglect? What is this? The liar, cheater, thiefer. Deception and strategy. So, with abuse and neglect, we have this deceptive person, somebody that's deceitful. Why is this deceitful person looking over here at this cover-up and this missing you? I'm just going to go out on a limb, even though this is about Chris McDonough and what he knows. It's all alleged. It's all my opinion. You can rewatch this reading after whatever it is he shares with us, and see how close we were, or how close I was, actually. So this cover-up and missing you, it almost feels like that's the deceit. Is that the missing you isn't right. Like this person isn't missing. But I don't think you would know that. But we do have abuse and neglect and this deceit. So something's up there. Okay, show me why missing you and cover up. Yes. Okay. For me, aces are always yes. And it kind of does mean there's some type of a cover-up about this missing person case. And there's somebody being deceitful about it. I'm just going to stop right there because of this devil card and this deceit. Has this person, show me the person that is giving the lead to Chris McDonough. Travel the world. He traveled to them. We know that. All right. Show me their energy. They could be a bartender. They could be somebody that listens to people a lot. And we have this pact, this oath that they've taken. All right. Let me understand this. Were they
Were they honest with Chris, what they told? We just got this story. So they gave information because there's an exchange. Ouch! 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 My knee. Okay, that means something because that hit so hard on my corner of my desk that I'm sick. Give me a minute, y'all. I can't breathe. It hurts so bad. McDonough on the interview room is who Chris is, Susan. That made me hot. It made me sick. Okay. So what we're seeing, I'm asking if this
I'm
person's
muted.
being honest
Thank
with
you.
Chris McDonough on the interview room. So he's got a lead. Somebody has literally given him a lead.
I'm not
All right.
muted now, y'all. Thank you.
It is about international, perhaps, or travel. The lead itself. Because this...
Okay. The lead itself is about international travel. Could that be about the whole talk with TMZ? Because it's not just about Chris McDonough. It also seems to be about what the explosion of information was. Could it be more about where Harvey's talking about the guy that kept emailing for half a Bitcoin and all that again? And the international travel, and that he wanted to film a documentary, and that he wanted the FBI to let him pay the Bitcoin, and they ghosted him. Could it be about that? I don't know. It could be. There's that exchange, wanting the Bitcoin with the 6 of coin. You've got the world card, the international travel. There's something coming up.
This is the lead. Talks about the devil, and it talks about the world. So the lead and the devil.
Ooh. Rizbiz says, allegedly, there is a job role for a bartender at the Splinter, and you mentioned possible bartender.
Well, the
Intriguing.
world could be international because this is travel.
You're
It's
going
also
to Google
closing
Splinter?
something down. So this person had an exchange with Chris McDonough. This is an exchange.
And we probably haven't heard about that yet.
It's somebody that knew Nancy since they were a child or a very long time. They come from Nancy's past.
Thank you, dear.
Could come from the church. It could be that they were like so close in the family that
We might find this part out yet, that he had an
it
interview
could be
with
a
someone.
church. Could be a church
Luke's mom,
friend,
a
somebody
psychologist,
very
worked down
close to
in
Nancy.
Splinter. Interesting.
But this is somebody, they're getting the 1111, the 4 of Wands, which is destiny. It's also crossing over energy.
It's faded.
And it looks like they're telling him the truth.
It does.
All right, so let's find out what the information is that they're sharing. What is this new information about that was shared with Chris McDonough? Oh,
So Jacqueline says that showed a club and bar area, allegedly, wanting to know how a nonprofit is able to sell alcohol makes so much sense on the connections between A&T, DC, DJ Mojito, LD, Kayla Day, KD, and why Kiki and Ball Guy showed up at Nancy Guthrie. I have sound, honey. Yeah, come back in if you don't have sound. I have sound right now, but thank you guys. Pebble says Chris said on the lab last night that he had talked to someone of Nancy Guthrie's girlfriends. Well, there you go. That's what this is about. Somebody that known Nancy for a long time. Let's see ahead of time what is shared, because that's what we needed.
Okay.
Who did he talk to? A stinky offer.
a bad offer.
to
about
Nancy.
Nancy.
A bad offer to Nancy. Something Nancy did not want. Nancy did not
Hey, Jan
like
Fun.
the offer. Could have to do with money.
I hope somebody
A bad
cracks this
offer
case.
to Nancy. Somebody's got their hand out. Possibly to Nancy.
You could be right, Grandma.
And then it leads to the death card. Could be the will. It could be
Somebody getting cut out.
Scorpionic energy there. Capricorn energy.
He has spoken to some of the girlfriends. Well, there it is.
Meeting. This looks like an inheritance. This is almost like a will that somebody did not like. Somebody felt rejected, perhaps. It's over money.
I don't know anything
Am I
about
correct?
that,
Does
Lisa.
this have to
Sorry.
do with possibly money that Chris found out about? It looks like it. We have the motherly energy. This could be Savannah.
Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. So the cards are kind of switching energies up, and they're showing Savannah because the Empress is somebody that, is the queen of all queens, as Savannah believes she is. Anyway, and so I think it was also talking about Savannah making an appearance on the Today Show where she talked about her mother. And you can see the Three of Cups is laying there. It's about celebrating life. And so this offer, this plea of, can you please return my mother, might also be represented by the fish in the cup, which is the Page of Cups, the stinky offer. So there's a little bit more
Is this
to
about
that there.
family money? Nancy's family, like money within the family?
Yeah, more with Nancy tonight.
All right, so we have a lawyer. Somebody being cut out by a lawyer.
Okay, hold on.
That caused...
Right there you have the orphanage. That could be the Splinter facility. Hear me out. It's a nonprofit charity that's helping homeless people and people that have been abandoned by society. So the authority, Queen of Swords, didn't need to be a lawyer. It could be the establishment that is working with the underprivileged. So the Queen of Swords could be that splinter. Think of the splinter. It's a sword that gets, it's a sword. It's a little stick splinter that gets under your skin. It's a prick, right? So the Queen's holding up something that resembles a big splinter, a sword. So words, swords. We then have the homeless card. And so we need, when we do get information, if we are not aware of what it means, sometimes we need to come back when we've learned more to understand it. And when I'm looking at this, it looks to me like this could be misallocation of funding in some way. Here's why. We have the Queen of Swords, which is a legal card no matter what it is. So it's the splinter, but it's also the legality card. We have the financial card. We also have homeless people, right? These two individuals have been homeless and are seeking shelter, right? Could be at the soup kitchen. This could also represent another layer of truth, which could be a church lady that is speaking out, telling the truth about some complication. So double layers here. But this could definitely be about the establishment of Splinter being looked at for some allocation of funding there. You feel me? Not that that's happening. I'm just saying a lot of the cards last night is right spot on. Exactly. Yeah, misfits. Okay. Nancy's lawyer, I believe, had argument with another lawyer in the past. That could be. Komodo, they take anyone, even if you can't pay membership on a sliding scale. It's like a home for those without. Right. Nikki says, well, Mama, we knew the cards have been giving us the real story in your opinion. Thank you, love. Hi, Smudger. Apologies for being late. I got thrown out of YouTube and then my internet crashed. Well, goodness sakes, welcome back. You've been through a lot.
Complications, communication issues, and made somebody look at things completely different. And they took swift action, and then they went to get what they wanted. All right, you guys, that's what I have. It has something to do with finances, and it could be very much so that somebody knows that somebody is cut out of legacy money, or they're not getting, they had debt.
Yeah,
there was a rejection. Maybe it could have been that they were cut out of the will, or I don't know. Yeah, it's about money, I think. It's definitely communication about finances with the death card. A hidden truth about finances.
And that will mean, you guys, we're going to have to come back together and see what other information comes out about finances in the Nancy Guthrie case and the lack thereof, or the desire for more finances. But it definitely was about the homeless, the Five of Pentacles. It was definitely about a foundation, right? And that's what was coming up. The letter, the hidden truth, that's the tip of the iceberg. He used those exact words, and that's exactly what we used. So the question is then, what is going to come up about a cover-up and the devil and missing you? And independent. 4 cards all together there. That if the rest of the reading is true, why would those not have as much value to them? Cover up, missing you, the devil, and independent. Interesting. All right, my lovelies, we're running quite a bit late today, but for those of you that really enjoy that time to get your voice heard, because I've done enough talking, what we want to do is come together for our 3rd live of 3. So 3 of 3 lives today. And you can ask your question. We'll start off with our private eyes, our undercover, our true crime undercover, private eyes, right? And we'll start with that. And then within a few minutes, we'll switch it over to our beautiful, amazing, intelligent family, which is our 1111s, which is subscribers. And let everybody jump in and ask whatever questions you want. And so with that, are you ready to do the jump with me? I hope you are. Okay, let me see. I need this button. Thank you all for being here. Yes, yes. And thank you for supporting the channel. However it is that you've done that, whether you've hit like, subscribe, shared, whatever you've done, give me just a few minutes. I need to switch over my setup because I was showing you a video. And so give me about 3 minutes in between and we'll jump back on together. I love you. And I pray that the truth comes out for Nancy Guthrie. Thank you for tuning in.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think that